Peeps, welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm your host Lipstickpaddy, and oh my god, shocking news today. Holy Grail Games is no more. They've gone bankrupt. Man. I have Museum. I backed for the big box. I already had the original, I wanted the big box. I got my big box. I'm happy. I'm happy with Holy Grail Games. Wonderful, wonderful game. Apparently, still US backers haven't got the game. Really? I got this like last year. What's going on? Holy Grail's Games is shutting down. Now, you have to press this button to get the full story, which is... And I'll tell you my thoughts as we go down here. But... essentially, they've had delays, of course, hasn't everybody had delays? Yeah, everyone's in the same boat. Worldwide shipping crisis. This was because of the world's second largest container company, who had 19% of the world's containers, went bankrupt in COVID time. And instead of selling his containers, he melted the metal down to sell it. So there was already roughly a 20% drop in available shipping. That was the crisis, this company going bankrupt. And that was partly because the Chinese government is turning back to communism, and every private owned company is getting burned. Yes, the Communist Party is taking over every private investment. So rather than let the shipping company just go over to China, they burnt it all and ran away with the profits. Because China is the worst country when the communism is returning. If you don't know about China, they go from communism to capitalism. Yeah, 1960, communism. Communism breaks the country, so they open the doors, let capitalism into the country, it restores the country. Then communism takes it back when the country is repaired. That's right, they take every business off everybody, and anyone with any political power, they relegate them down into becoming a farmer, so they lose power, and it is a horrendous country to invest in. Absolutely, China is a bad country. You need to read the book The Red Dragon to learn all about this up and down of China. Well, that was because of China that we had the world shipping crisis. Indeed. So yeah, the cost of shipping exploded because demand increased, and people, because China were, taking bribes to get shipping containers to the front of the queue. So literally you were buying speed, efficiency, you were buying expediency at the shipping ports, which would be illegal in most countries. Alright, so that's another thing. Of course everybody's dealing with this, right? So with all this thing, you would think, common sense, let's just wait it out, right? We're gonna wait it out, and hopefully the shipping crisis goes back to normal. In fact, most analysts in 2022 said that the shipping would return to normal in December 2022. So we should be now in a period of normalcy. Since the shipping crisis, Amazon have created loads of containers. They have their own Amazon worldwide shipping service now. They're hopefully filling in the void of the second biggest container company. That's the Amazon pledge to themselves. They're hoping to do that. That should hopefully fix this issue going forward. I don't have any news on how big Amazon is, but hey, that's just news that's going to affect all Kickstarters. What else has happened here? Well, right, so basically production in China has had problems, of course, power cuts, COVID, etc. We all know that. They finally got their games produced. However, 4 games all got finished at the same time. Ouch. So they had 4 games, and they all got sent out to a logistics company called Blower. Not Quartermaster Logistics, no. Not any of the big Kickstarter logistics, no. None of these. And it says they've worked with them in the past and they had problems with them. They talked to the company, rah. We had no reason to doubt a company of their size. As soon as you have a problem with a company, you never go back, you boycott them. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. It doesn't matter how big they are. HP, the printing company, I bought a printer from them when I was at university, and the amount of problems it had. And I sent it back, and I had so many problems, I will never buy a HP printer. I'm boycotting them because of that experience. And now, the market's so big, I can just go to another printing company. It's fine. No problems. But are you telling me you've only got one option to go with below logistics? You know, I don't know. Like, was there no options? Were other options more expensive? Were other options going to delay it even further? I don't know. Anyway, this was the big mistake. Below logistics that basically took forever to sort all their orders out. Yeah. They got their stock in September. They took months to start sending it out, causing massive delays. Tens of thousands of euros worth of games by sending out the wrong packages to wrong people, sometimes to individuals who hadn't even backed the campaign. How's that even possible? How are they sending games to... This sounds like a racket's going on here, doesn't it? Some kind of illegal thing. So where's my box? Someone else has got it, is the answer. Holy smoke. Backers have waited months to have shipping errors corrected. That's right. And Below still have a lot of their stock. They absolutely have a lot of their stock, and Below now are saying, we are not going to give you the stock unless you pay us. And that's basically closed Holy Grail games. Right, so that's it. They've basically been, the stock is being held hostage. You know, they didn't, I don't know if they didn't, you know, when you're negotiating something, you should always start a question with how. How can I pay this when I need those games to pay you? Like, it's crazy, isn't it? So yeah, that's it. They went to the bank manager, they looked at lawyers to see if they could do anything. But with little money left, there's no kind of free legal aid probably where they are. Question mark? And so that was it. The final straw came last week when the distribution partner would be delaying the next order by 6 months. So everything's getting delayed in China still. So, you know, estimated dates are getting pushed even further. Well, not surprising, because going to production in China at the minute is lots of games from 3 to 4 years ago. There's a massive backlog in these manufacturers, so you know it is pretty crazy. But part of the rising costs that they didn't predict was that the dollar increased against the euro, and the fuel crisis because of the Ukraine war has put fuel shipping prices up by 200% on the fuel cost. So, you know, this is like, invoices were far higher than we originally budgeted back in 2021. Extremely high fuel surcharges. Yowza. So yeah, that's basically it. Because all these games were late, they feel like a lot of the fans of the company have lost faith in them because they've lost their pledge. And because of that, there's no way they can bring another Kickstarter out to help balance out the boat, because it would need to be a massive Kickstarter, over $1 million probably, to keep the company afloat. And because lots of people haven't got the games, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to do it. So it's like terrible, isn't it? Absolutely terrible. They're hoping that they can possibly some of the publishers going to come and get their games, which is a maybe. But for those people that were backing these games that have not produced, that not got them delivered, you can basically just you're going to have to chalk it off, aren't you, as a going concern. And you've not got it, and it absolutely sucks, doesn't it? Well, I'll tell you, I'm in the lucky boat here in Mexico. I got my box. So, I'd love to know down below if you've been hit by this. Did you lose anything? Did you get any games from Holy Grail? And if so, is this a sad news? Sad news going forward? Yeah. So there it is, peeps. For me, I'm pretty shocked by this. The shock that they went for this Balor, the distribution, the logistical challenge, which was the big mistake, I guess, in hindsight. And yeah, careful what you back at the minute, and be concerned about all your pledges. How are they going? For me, I'm fairly confident. It's getting towards production now. I've had a couple of companies wanting extra money for shipping. Icefairing Guard, Vampire the Masquerade, just to name a few. And that might be the case going forward, isn't it? Companies might just need money for shipping. But with Holy Grails, it wasn't a question of asking for more money, because all of their games were being held hostage by Balor. And so they basically sunk. Ouch. There we go. Sad news today, peeps. Really sad news in Kickstarter. And again, the end of the golden age is ending on Kickstarter. And this is the first company that's really gone under. And of course, Mythic Games is currently throwing IP off the boat to keep afloat at the minute. So there's bad stuff in the industry, that's for certain. And yeah, the outlook for Kickstarter games at the minute is not looking very good, is it? Well, on that depressing news and on the bombshell of the bad Holy Grails shutting down, thank you so much for watching. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy. This is Kickstarter Radio 102.4, and leave the thoughts down below. And think about subscribing for your Kickstarter editorial news from the channel. Bye-bye for now.